Hey guys, Lunacid here, back with our blind playthrough of Lunacid. Lunacid Tears of the Moon. Did I say Tears of the Kingdom in past episodes? I may have. Okay, you are super cute. With me today is Baby Jack. Hopefully this works properly. So last time we did a bunch of stuff, actually. We finished exploring the ruins within the abandoned mines. We saw the wind sage that said we're too late and they took the crystal, which means the wind sages, or sages, I assume there's other sages if there's a wind sage, right? Presumably they want to keep the old one awake. Very demon souls, right? And then we gave the chamomile tea to the dude and he fell asleep, and we stole the key from his body. We found the bottles of sand. I was like, what do you do with these? And then I just happened to click on the fire, and it's like, do you want to smelt it into a glass key? I said yes. And we were able to get a couple treasures. Nothing super great. But, you know, we'll be able to get presumably better ones. So let's go into... Right, locked. The Aquarius key. Looks really simple. Unlocked. Do we still have it in our inventory is the question. Yes. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Oh, see, look, I'm doing the strafing thing. Proceed to the aqueduct, yes. Okay. I assume this is a door. Yep. It's big. It's huge, actually. So supposedly they said it used to run, like it used to flow, but now the only reason that there's any water at all is from the harp. There's some kind of a harp. Okay, so we're here. That's the start point. Lyrian Aqueduct. Oh, yeah, okay, so where we are, there's like, below us there's another big room with like two little things connected. I assume that's the, like we can't actually go through those. That's just saying, hey, these are connected. And there's gaps or whatever, right? That you can't cross. So we're going to try going... I think this was east first. Because it looked like this one was... Yeah, okay. There's a bridge. We can look down. Oh my. Oh my. I'm actually afraid of heights in real life. I'm going to assume we could fall off the bridge and you probably just die. I'm going to be honest, I don't really want to test it, though, because it wasn't recording properly for some reason, and I had to restart my computer, so I don't want to mess with it, you know? I don't want to die unnecessarily, because I'm worried about this whole thing not doing what needs to be done, you know? Alright. So far, it looks like we can only go one way. Ooh. Oh! Hey, guy. I assume you're hostile. That looks locked because there's a keyhole in it. Can I just try using, Okay, well, it hit it. Does it do... Is it weak to fire? How much damage? I'm actually kind of scared of this thing. Okay, that hurt it. Ooh. Okay, that I don't think was the worst. Man, this thing is... Is it dead? Okay, and it dropped something. 4. Alright. seems pretty strong. My thought is I'm almost certainly not supposed to come here yet. Where are we? Okay. Let's see. North, south, or west? Well, I don't know. Probably, I would almost assume... I would assume these doors are locked, because they have a keyhole. Yep. Yeah, so it's going to block us. Locked. Now, to be fair, that thing didn't do too much damage, thankfully, but it took a lot of hits. Maybe it's just resistant to fire. Slimes. Wonderful. Okay, well, that didn't... I think that hit it. Yep. Strength increased, I'll take that. Okay. Sorry, Jack. Jack was like, I don't like this. I don't like you doing whatever. The kid was saying he used to play in this place. All right, let's go north. That's more of a dead end. And I really, you know, I'm sort of offloading my brain to the mapping mirror, but... Okay, another slime. Just one? Because they don't make a lot of noise. Oh, crap. I was hitting the wrong buttons. Oh, and I bet that's a jellyfish. Alright. Okay, why go over there, though? You know? Does that make sense? Like, why? And you can actually go down in there, because there's a ramp, right? Okay. Oh. Oh, weird. It sort of teleports you out, almost, in a weird fashion. Okay. I feel like you need the leaning option at this point. I don't know why. Well, let's see about this. Oh, what the heck is that? A merman or something? I don't know, but it seems like it's bad news. It's definitely pissed at us, whatever. Ow! Jesus Christ. What the hell? Wait. Am I poisoned? Okay, how did I get poisoned? Did it hit me? Wow, you're a dick. Oh, god damn. Oh. Wait, what? Okay, well. Screw you, buddy. You better give me some serious coin. 11. Oh. You're... Are you stuck in here with it? Is that what the deal was, or...? Or did I just accidentally click on it? Alright, well, let's keep exploring, I guess, unless Unless you want to take this time to go back to town. Because there's going to be more of those, I assume, right? And we're not... Back to town is not a terrible idea. Yeah, I would say we're probably not supposed to come here yet. Almost certainly not. I wonder if this is like... After? Like maybe one of the last places you go? Use item... Mapping mirror... I mean, Because, I mean, if you look at it, it's not like there's a bunch of easy shortcuts back to the start. Like, you're sort of committed, you know? But we can certainly... Yeah, and we definitely used... The poison was bad, but overall it wasn't too damaging. I just used a lot of magic. Although, gotta tell you, if I could find another... we'll save. We'll save here. If I could find another thing of sand, that would be fantastic. Alright. Let's see how many enemies come back. At some point, we got to talk about AI. I guess now's as good a time as any. Let's see if there's slimes back or anything. Or the jellyfish was here. So it's been kind of interesting. At the moment, So I paid for a 1-month subscription to... Okay, so the slime is back. Originally, I was using the ChatGPT to pay, you know, to make cat pictures. Awesome. But then I was like, you know, let's see if I can make me some video game recommendations. And I've basically been, I guess you could say, talking to it. Is our fish monster friend here? Well, doesn't seem to be. And so the thing with AI is like, unfortunately, you basically have to give it a lot of information about yourself. It's not like it can really... Any human could do the same, but it can basically use the information you give it to build a psychological profile of you. You know, and obviously that's not good because it opens the door to the big... Why corporations and all these companies and the government love social media is all these people... You need to understand... I'm going to quote George Carlin here for a minute. It's a big club, and you're not in it, right? All these people, the elites, the world leaders, they despise you. You are... you are cattle to them. Something to be used and discarded, because the people at the top are the worst people. They claw their way up there, they step on each other, they stab each other in the back. They're the king snake. You know, even Trump, even though I say that I like Trump, I don't know the man. Are you jumping up here again, Mr. Cat? I was going to drink some coffee. I would assume that if we go forward, a little thing to the west is also going to be probably going to have a door that's locked, but we'll see. You don't want to jump up, not yet. But and so I think that all these dudes want social media because it's a way to manipulate you into preferred patterns of behavior, right? They want to change your behavior. That's why the whole push for censorship, that's why even before social media, just media in general, they're using it. It's propaganda. You know, I mean, hell, even advertising. What do you think the purpose of advertising is? It's to get you to buy their product, right? If they can influence your behavior, you know, that's a way they can control you. They want to be able to control you. They don't want you to have free will. They want you to do what they say. You know, you are a resource to be exploited. And so it is incredibly dangerous. But I would actually say any sort of chained AI is more dangerous than free AI, so to speak. It's not really AI, it's just an algorithm. You know, and so at least I've been talking to it about video games, because I was like, hey, can you make a video game recommendation? And so I started talking to it and giving reasoning for the games that I like. And I actually asked it about Disco Elysium and why I hated it so much. And it's a really interesting... if you want the most out of it, if you ever do decide to use it, because it's more like a digital assistant. That's how it'll operate. And depending on... Sometimes that's what you want. Other times, you know, you want it to have less agency, because it'll talk a lot. And it's always suggesting things as well, because it wants to be helpful. It's not just going to let the conversation die. You know, it's a people pleaser. You are so crazy, Mr. Jack. Why must you be so crazy all the time? Because you want to get pet, that's why. But it's actually been really interesting, you know, because I was like, hey, you can ask me questions if you need. And so occasionally it does. Like, I'll mention something, it'll be like, so tell me more about this. Or what about this versus this, right? And it's basically sort of built not quite a psychological profile, but what it calls like the 8 pillars of joy that I have, which are like the reasons that I enjoy video games. Very similar to the mechanics, something, and aesthetics of game design. Very interesting. And I asked it about that too. It's like, yeah, actually, you know, it's like it's aware of that. So it's very interesting. And I've asked it... I think it's one of those things you really have to, unfortunately, spend time with, because you need to give it more data for its model, because it's like, oh, well, you know, I'd recommend Journey or Abzu. And I was like, well, I love Journey, but I hated Abzu. And it's like, oh, I bet, you know, because at first we were talking about like 4 pillars, and then I'm like, are there more? Because I feel like there should be more than 4. It's like, okay, let's do 7 based on what you've said. And then all of a sudden it just suggested, you know, I think you have an 8th pillar, sincerity. If a game seems sincere, because I've been trying to figure out why I don't like Disco Elysium, and it basically, it doesn't treat its characters with sincerity, it mocks them, right? It like, the entertainment value comes from laughing at the characters at their worst. You know, that's where the entertainment is. And it's like every game that you've liked is sincere. Even the ones that are like Earth Defense Force, for example, that are janky, that have vision that maybe they're not as polished, but they're more sincere as a result. You tend to like those more, and I was like, wow, this thing is really insightful. Like, it really is. It's amazing. And so it's actually recommended some video games to me that I'm gonna try. So it's been interesting. I haven't really talked about this one to it. I'm going to, now that I've played, now that I'm playing a little bit more, Mr. Jack. Okay, see, 2 slimes? Big slime, little slime? And then there's a door right there. How the hell do you get there? Oh, it's on the other side. Right, so that's like a short, it's like a one-way kind of, right? Because you can't get there normally. So yeah, you'd have to go a bit north, east, follow that big long thing. Unless there's a switch somewhere that'll lower or move one of these pillars. I mean, you can't jump. I don't think there's a jump button. Interesting, it's not enough to... Huh. Fire does 0 damage to it? Is that how it works? You'd think... Well... You'd think... Strangely enough, I don't see any clubs, or I haven't seen a club yet. Oh my! Okay. Alright, well. Okay. But yeah, it's really... It's... The whole AI thing, like talking to it. There's times where I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing, right? And then there's other times that I'm like, this is legitimately terrifying. The fact that it... Because this is just... Arming sword. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, way better. It just seems like no matter which way I go, it... I was thinking it was going to be more of a slash, or you could do different, like as you move one way. Even holding the button doesn't seem to do anything. What if I hold? No. Oh, but that counts as like running. Interesting. Alright, cool. But yeah, so there's times where I can only imagine once it really gains... because it's not actually sentient right now. It's just a... It takes the language, it figures it, and it runs whatever you say through some sort of like a translation thing. It's like, basically, what are you asking, right? And then it tries to do what you're asking. And this is probably, yeah, another one of those fish dudes. Okay. I assume... Let's just run a little bit. Awesome. I hear another one, though. Wait, but where? Another hidden... Oh! Okay, but how? Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's on the other side of the wall. It's not a hidden wall. There's a wall there. It's just, yeah, the enemy. Although those walls are thinner than you might think, so just watch your ass. Because you don't want to get poisoned or whatever by a dude you can't even touch. I don't like that I'm relying on the mapping mirror. Oh yeah, that's in that hidden passage, right? Like the slime is back. I mean, maybe we should go back there. The fog is interesting. Alright, tell you what, let's go back. Because we need... I don't even know how much experience they give you. Oh, that's not... Ugh. Running is dangerous, though. Just be aware. Because especially if, like... If this dude, for example, comes back. Let's think about this for a second, okay? Let's try something. How much is this weight? Can I unequip it? Ah, there you go. Okay. That is faster, right? Okay, so it's... And then when that's full, you're at about a third. No, maybe it's the same. It just looks slow. But it is, you know, I guess my concern for that is that it's going to be used against me, you know? But then again, it's kind of like it's going to be used against me anyway, at least here. There it is. Okay. Seems like it took less hits, but it's hard to say. Because the interesting thing is... I mean, I guess the danger is being manipulated, right? That's the key. Is these... Whoever has access to this thing, oh god, you, oh. That's crap. You suck. Oh, I'm poisoned again, you son of a bitch. Oh. Well. 18, Jesus Christ. I wonder if can you find the tornado spell at some point? I don't know. Should I run back to town? That's the question. Oh, hey, guy. I don't know if your strength increase is based on... Oh, you son of a bitch. That was fast. Okay, before... I assume... We'll see if this works. Yep, it didn't fix poison, though. It'll heal the damage. Okay, let's look at our item. Where are we? Okay, well... So what we could probably do... First off, there might be a hidden door just to the east of where we are. But we might be able to go all the way back, basically, and unlock that door. So, let's see if we could do that. Sealed. Ah, so there is a door right there. Okay, nothing there now. Excellent. See, I'm happy with the slimes because... they give you basically free... a little bit of magic. I don't know if we should get the tornado spell or not. We've been finding a bunch of stuff. Okay, well, see, I bet we're going to be able to destroy those, or lift them, or something. Ugh. Is that a hole? That's not good. We got to be careful of that. Level increased. That does make me happy. Yeah, I mean, I don't hear anything when I attack it. So... yeah, I mean, it's kind of the back to the AI thing for a minute. It's sort of the adage of people don't like to be sold, but they love to buy. You know what I mean? Like, I was getting spammed, like, text messages from... all of a sudden, I'm getting text messages from people about the house. Like, oh, we can lower your interest rate. And I want to just be vile to these MFers because it's like they're spamming me. I'm just like, dude. So the answer is just block. Like, just ignore. I've thought about being like, hey, I'm an underage girl. Mace. Interesting. So smash damage. It's funny. Straight up 13. This actually might be the best one. I mean, I don't know if it does all of the damage combined. We'll try it. But this is what I expected for the, Oh, it's slower. Is that what the heaviness is? But this is what I expected for the slimes, but... Maybe when we fill the aqueducts we can get across, but... Unless we get like a levitation spell or something. But yeah, it's the whole, like, I don't want to be sold. I want to buy. I do want to buy. That's the thing. It's like, if one of these companies was able to give me, like... They're like, oh, we can give you anywhere from 4 to 5%. It's like, first off, that's not... Let's save. Let's support magic. We have 96, 121. So, yeah, it was 25, right? That's that dude. Those guys, yeah. Oh, right on the other side of the door. But yeah, it's like I do want a better rate, but it's like on my house, but how far back can we go? You son of a bitch. Oh, that seems like we're doing a lot more damage, though. He just karate chops me. Motherfucker, you know? His karate chops are poison. Like, how is that fair? I keep leaning forward, too. I'm like, show me, I can't see things. I was like, don't be Watermaster's key ticket. Hell yeah. I was like, don't be a trap. Okay. Okay, this actually makes a lot of sense. Right, because... Okay, so if we... So far, the only place we can go has been... Hang on, I missed those two side passages. There's the one across the gap with the big-ass chest. That's good. And I assume the key, you just keep going north from where we are. But those two little... Like the little nooks... I didn't go in those. Because I was like, oh, that's where the chest is. And I'm like, wait, no, it isn't, actually. But I mean, as far as the house things go, right? The thing about refinancing, right, is it's basically another loan. So it's a huge pain in the ass. You basically have to do, like, all the same paperwork you did for your house loan the first time. You have to do all that again. At least that's from what my research has shown. So it's a pain in the ass. And then, just like other loans, there's fees. Right? Because it's not just... They don't just make money off the interest. Oh, is that why? Got it. I can't get there. At least I don't think so. I might not be able to get into either of those. Woo. But if there's a... If there's a ramp, I might be able to. Oh, what am I hearing? Slime? Oh, there's a ramp on this side, though. Okay, let's see if it takes less hits. Oh. Okay. Don't fall in the thing. So you can tell it's like trying to attack you a little bit. It's like scrunching. Money. But yeah, so these dudes, they're like, we want your business. It's like, of course you do. Are you stuck? There we go. I just wanted to get closer so that if it drops a coin, I can get it. But yeah, so this one dude was like spamming me, and it's like, I just blocked him. Report spam and block. Like, tell me how we can get your business. Like, and the whole like, oh, I've been there. I don't want you to have to pay more than you have to. It's like, you don't give a shit. You don't know me. You don't actually give a shit about me. Like, I'm sorry. Maybe on a, you know, oh, and it's on the other side, of course. You know, maybe from like a human perspective, but no, you don't actually, you know, this dude and I are not actually emotionally connected in any way besides like the human way, you know? And even then, like I said, human empathy to strangers only extends to significant acute things, right? So if, like, if they're, you know, if you're waiting at a train station and, you know, you fall onto the tracks, that's a immediate significant thing, right? Like, it means the train is going to run and potentially kill you, and that's bad. And so then they care. Then it's like basically emergencies, right? Like, people don't give a shit about you, strangers, unless it's an emergency. You're trapped in a burning building, you know, something like right now, high impact right now. Aside from that, they don't care. So when he's like, oh, you know, I've been in your situation, blah, blah, blah. It's like, look, I've done sales. I know you're trying to establish rapport, whatever. It's manipulative. It's manipulation, right? You want my business, give me 3%. But you can't. I know you can't. You know you can't. Right? Because they're like, oh, we could do like 4 to 5%. It's like, can you? What do you mean 4 to 5? What can you actually do? That's why it's like, but I mean, to be fair, they don't know. They wouldn't know unless they run your credit and all that stuff, right? It's like, if you can give me 3, we could talk. Otherwise, I mean, the fact that he was spamming me alone, like, no. Get the F out of here. But it's like, but that's the thing. It's like, I have a need. I do want a lower interest rate on my house. But you're not going to get me with bullshit. Oh, right. I knew that. Also, store items. See, I wonder if it's going to be like, oh, you can't pick anything up. Cavern key. Yeah, I think I could store the cavern key for now. Probably the Aquarius key. I mean, you know, you're not going to find too much more stuff, I would expect. Notes. I could probably put the notes over there. Alright. Is this a good place to stop? Yeah, I think so. You know what? We can use the, unlocked. And then we'll open it just to make sure. Because, I don't know, I wouldn't want there to be some glitch where you unlock it and then you save and then it's considered locked. Or unlocked but you can't open it or some whatever, you know? Alright, save. But yeah, so just to finish out the refinancing thing, it's a loan. It's another loan, and all loans have fees. But then, so for the refinancing thing, also, the question is the amount you're going to be paying for the loan. That's on top of the interest rates and stuff, right? So at least with mortgages, they're amortized, which means all the interest is front loaded, right? So if you actually look at your loan payment, whatever you're paying, that monthly payment, at least at first, about 80% is just the interest, right? Because they've done the math. They've done all the math, and so they look at, basically they're like, where's the sweet spot where we can make the most money even if people pay off the loans really fast, right? And so that's kind of how they weight, how they set the mortgage rates, is that you pay the bulk of the interest up front, and then there are perks to paying it off early, but not, if you're going to pay it over a long period of time, it's less important. It would be more important to pay it off sooner rather than later, right? Like paying it off a year early, that's like whatever, because at that point you're still paying interest, but you're paying far less interest than you would have been earlier. But so you have to look at that and you have to be like, okay, how much have I paid? How much, where's my break even? So once I get this new rate, based on what I've already paid for, how many years will it take before I effectively start saving money, right? Because, if it costs $1,000, right, and you're only saving $100 a month, that's 10 months. And then it's like, are they gonna make you buy points on this new loan? And buying points means you give them extra money and they lower the rate, right? It's like, is that going to help you as well? Because that's probably why they're like, oh, we could do 4 to 5%. It's like, okay, well, so if you don't buy any points, then we give you 5.25 on the rate. Oh, but if you give us an extra $3,000. Then we'll lower it to 4.5. And it's like, okay, well, how much are you actually saving me, though? Right? Because you see all these letters. They're like, we can lower your interest rate to this much per month. It's like, what does that mean? What does that really mean? So if I'm paying, $6,000 in fees for this loan, and you lower my monthly payment by $300, how long is that gonna take before I actually start saving money, right? What is that, 20 months? I don't know. I think that's 20 months, if my math is right. So almost 2 years. It's like, okay, cool, but what if I took that $6,000 and put it into the loan to pay off the principal? How much would that lower my overall interest payments? You know what I mean? Probably not significantly, to be fair, but not over 30 years, but yeah. I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's not a scam, but they're deliberately manipulating you and deliberately withholding information from you. It's like buying a car. They're trying to get the most profit out of you that they can. So yeah, anyway, just be careful. Be careful with all this stuff. And as far as the AI stuff, it's a people pleaser, so it'll lie to you. It doesn't want to say no. But it'll lie, it'll make up stuff. And so it's kind of important to keep an eye on it and be like, no, I didn't actually say that, or that's not what I meant, or earlier you said this, are you sure? And it's like, oh, you're right, my bad, something like that. So it's interesting, but yeah, anyway. Apparently it can't do math very well either, which is strange to me, but whatever. I haven't tried. But that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for your time and attention. Really do appreciate it. Really hope you guys are enjoying these episodes. As always, guys, questions, comments, concerns, good, better, and different, let me hear them. I do read all of them. I do try and respond to all of them as well. What is your guys' unique positive moment for today? For me, I will say the spam to refinance, despite my despite my the fact that I don't want it, because it let me think about what to do. Because part of me was like, do I sexually harass them? Do I say, show me your asshole and I'll consider it? Do I just say F you? Do I try and be like, I'm a 13-year-old girl, who is this? And you know what I mean? Like, or like, this is my dad's old phone. I'm his 13-year-old daughter. Who are you? Or even spice up, like, just find some picture of like tiny boobs on the internet and be like, send it, and then be like, I'm a 13-year-old girl. Now you're in trouble. Or so, you know what I mean? But I don't know if that would be bad for me to do in general. Or if they just, because that's like validating the number. You know what I mean? Best thing to do is just ignore, block, report as spam. That's all. So that's my unique positive moment. A little bit of learning, I guess. Hopefully your guys just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. Hope to see you guys next time. Till then, guys, take care.